Maybe we should get together.
I love the do something line. There's something in there. We should get together.
You think so?
Do something.
Hey, I'm Dice.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
It's
I like
loaded
your
with
stuff, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe we can all do something.
Hi, I'm Vondie Curtis Hall. I'm the director of Glitter. The voice in this scene was done by by Marianne. I don't remember Marianne's last name, but she is Mariah Carey sound alike, and she recorded all of the songs that Mariah had written because we didn't want piracy, or Mariah didn't want piracy. So everything that we shot was sung by Marianne and recorded on, obviously in the studio, and then played back on the day. Initially, when I was approached, I said, well, I don't really know if I want to do the project because, I really just want to work with actors. I mean, I'm an actor. I'm sort of actor-centric. But Larry and Anj asked me to come over to their office. Actually, it was Larry's office, and to look at some footage, some film screen test that Mariah had done. And I did, and it was a great piece of film. It was an audition she had done for John Singleton's movie, Shaft. And it was about 5 to 8 minutes of work, where she went through a fairly large range of emotions. And I said, well, she's got something here. I think, she's obviously got talent. I looked at the script and said, well, the script, I think, needs a considerable amount of work. It needs to be simplified, and I wanted to make a film that was
Puerto Rican. I'm Latin.
A good movie. I wanted to make a film that
What's your cat's name?
that sort of had some emotion, and that had great music, and that fell within the framework of this classic sort of drama with music, like maybe Funny Girl, or A Star Is Born, or The Rose, or those movies that some of those movies I really liked. When everybody approached me, it was because they wanted they wanted sort of this independent edge. I mean, sort of been seen as sort of this edgy filmmaker. So they wanted me to bring sort of this edge and this sort of hip look, and gritty. This was an interesting shot in that it was done as a oneer. The people dancing on the screen are actually down on the floor dancing with the camera projecting them, and then we have people on either side of the frame in these little booths that are dancing, and then the frame kind of lands with the screen between them, and it's just keeping everything alive with two people sitting on the couch, but yet sensing that the room is still alive, and there's a lot of depth and what have you. I think it's just a great shot, just the symmetry of it, and the frame of the proscenium frame of the stage. This scene was, I think, a wonderful moment of Mariah being just grounded and just real and just talking. Just the connection to her mother and her past. Really moving. I mean, just, I think, a good example of simplicity, where simplicity works best.
Hi.
Nice to see you, Billy.
Good to see you.
One of the things about this picture that I wanted to explore was really the notion of
Stop by and see how the new stuff's coming.
male implosion,
Great new songs.
and just how we as men in Western society,
Out of the top spot.
we're supposed to be the breadwinners. What is the effect on us when our mate, girlfriend, lover, wife, what have you, eclipses us both financially and on a career level? And what's the impact of that? You know,
You got anything we can hear right now?
where we have this guy who was at the top of his game,
It's not
a really hot DJ, world at his feet, a king in his arena, takes this wonderfully talented woman under his wings, and she blows up.
everything doesn't.
Gradually, we see
What about
the change and the strain on the relationship.
They didn't dig.
So that was one of the things I thought was interesting, an interesting thing to explore in this film. The notion of the Max Beasley character, Dice,
Why do you work with other producers?
his implosion. How does that affect him?
I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep going under. Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep going under.
And The Message is the song that really became sort of Dice's theme. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. And finally at that moment, it finally comes to fruition. This was the first film I've done with this type of complexity with regard to music, and the notion of this this scene here where we have two people who essentially are writing the same song, the collective consciousness, where the two people who couldn't come together as a couple couldn't find their rhythm, couldn't be in sync together because of the pressures of the business on their relationship, could only find that they were completely in sync when they were apart. So the notion that these two people finally come together apart was really sort of in one sense tragic, but in another sense becomes a catalyst for what one would hope for them to actually get back together and to find a new beginning. This scene is when Mariah finally comes back to the apartment, and it's got this wonderful magical realist moment where she kisses the photo, and it's not the same photo that we saw when she picked it up. After she kisses the piece of music, you look at, we zoom in on the lipstick, her heart, the Billy, and if you look at the picture is now, they're now kissing. It's one of those very subtle sort of magical realist moments in the picture that no one else would notice, but that I love.
Hey, Dice.
This is one of those moments that no one expected. This scene, I wanted to create sort of the sense of solitude while still hearing the residual
Congratulations.
effect of
Madison Square Garden.
the audience.
Can't tell you how proud I am of you.
And
I was so happy to know you came by today.
then cutting obviously to the car where she has gotten the news.
Got some good news for you.
that her mother's been found
Social services.
and heads directly to
Your mother.
see her. For the release of the film, legally, it had to be Mariah's voice. I think it still works, but I think the impact was stronger when it was Dice's voice we heard. And the final scene of the picture, sort of the juxtaposition of the mother where she is now, the daughter having driven all night to her mother's house after the concert, still in the same gown. The juxtaposition of the gown, glitter in the country, on the grass, and her mother in the country house. I thought it was a wonderful way to end the picture. Where though there has been loss, there's new beginning. Though there's been loss, there's now hope. And ultimately, you're never too far away.